Well, Satay, in fact, this year I was just talking to some of my industry colleagues and my team members here. I think Satay this time has been the response has been excellent. I think it's, while Satay always the response always is good, but this time I think it's even gone beyond its normal footfalls that one would see in Satay. So the first 2 days saw a tremendous rush that seemed very promising and encouraging for us hoteliers. Well, hospitality on an overall is on a boom. It's on a boom because people are traveling much more. There's a lot more travel domestically. There's a lot of travel increased. There are a lot of people who move from different income groups, so from the lower middle income group to the middle income group and hence upwards. So there's a lot of aspirational travel. There's a lot of travel in India and outside of India with regards to leisure travel, and there is a fair amount of increase also with business travel, and the economy looking up also adds to that. So both leisure and business, and also we can't forget part of the leisure, which is actually it falls in between leisure, part of it in leisure and part of it in the business, is the MICE events. Your meetings and conferences and events, and your weddings and destination weddings for resorts is a big thing. So that's catching up, and there's a huge growth in that and huge potential also. Well, it's both. I don't agree that it's only going outbound. There are lots of weddings happening in places like Udaipur and Jaipur of the world. It just depends on the budget. So a lot of people who have destination weddings, and at times it gets expensive or difficult logistically to take people out of the country, and hence weddings within the country. So we have weddings at our hotels at the Manu Maharani Nainital, and in fact Namah, which is our award-winning hotel, voted the best boutique hotel by Travel and Leisure USA this year, hosts a lot of weddings. So a lot of high-end weddings happen there. That's a very well sought after destination for weddings. So you don't actually have to go abroad. You have lovely destinations in India, near Delhi, and people are flying all over across the country for destination weddings in India. Okay, so the demonetization thing, I think was also blown out of proportion for vested reasons. Yes, of course, it did affect the common man, no doubt. It was a bit of, but I think it's in the larger interest of the country and economy, and I think we all should support it. But coming back to your point, I think it's important. So immediately there was no, there were bookings that were made, advances given. So the immediate hit wasn't there. Yes, we did feel the hit, say 2 months down the demonetization drive. So that took a bit of a hit, but I think it's all, water's finding its own level, and it's all coming back to normal. Let's look at Satay. I mean, that's a whole reflection of it being so busy, and there's so many buyers, sellers, and the whole thing is just, it's ultimately an antenna, and it shows how much business and how much activity, and shows the mood of the people and the business environment. Okay, so DS Hospitality, I'll give you a quick overview. This is DS Hospitality. I came on board to start the DS Hospitality wing, and that we had started with Manu Maharani, which was the only hotel we had in Nainital. It was the only so-called first-class five-star hotel in that part of the state in Nainital, and we then had created the next property along in the state in the Jim Corbett National Park, and that was called Namah. That's a boutique property, and that, as I had mentioned earlier, had won some prestigious awards like the Travel and Leisure Best Boutique Hotel Award by Travel and Leisure USA this year. We also, last year New Delhi Imperial had won it, so this is the league that we are in. This year also TripAdvisor was rated us number 10 in the top 25 hotels in India. Pipping some of the Oberoi properties, some of the Taj and Leela properties, and so we are right there. We are number 10 amongst all hotels, all categories in India by TripAdvisor. So I think that's a big achievement for the hotel and the team and the brand. We I look at growing that brand in the future. The idea is also to renovate Manu Maharani, hopefully in this coming year, and relaunch it as a Namah. So that's those are plans. Hopefully that those get actualized. Namah, we plan to add a few more rooms. I think we are a tad short, around 12 odd rooms or so. So we plan adding 12 odd rooms, and also adding another restaurant which will cater to a lot of non-residents. So we have a lot of non-residents driving from towns, nearby towns or satellite towns of Ramnagar, Kashipur, Muradabad too, and Haldwani, Kathodam, Rudrapur, for celebrating birthdays and marriage anniversaries and other events, other such events. And a lot of these people like to come, and Namah has become aspirational in that sense, and they want to come and celebrate their happy events, joyous events and occasions. And I want to create a restaurant which will cater more to them and to our a la carte guests who want a la carte, and the non-resident sector business part, because the current restaurant we have actually caters more to the guests who are staying in-house, and they are all on meal plans, and so it's more a buffet restaurant. But I want to create a restaurant, a grill restaurant, an Indian and a continental grill by the river, and with a wood-fired pizza oven. And it'll be something, if it comes up the way I've envisaged it to, I think it'll be something worth, people will drive down not only from Rudrapur, but I'm sure people will drive down from Delhi for that. And the Radisson Guwahati and the Crown Plaza Jaipur. Our fifth hotel is under construction and is going to open at the Kolkata airport. That's the Holiday Inn Express, and it's going to be an airport hotel, and we're very we're greatly looking forward to that property too. That should be up and running in the next, I think, 1.5 to 2 years. Right, and then of course we've got sites. We plan to renovate Manu Maharani and, as I told you, re-christian or rebrand it as Namah. And then we have lots of land sites for hotels in Noida, in a prime 15th sector, and we've got a site in Ranthambore. We've also got sites in Goa and that site. So we've got a couple of sites. So let's see what we develop next. The plan also is to kind of create Namah into a brand, and then while it's a brand, but also manage. We get a lot of requests from smaller boutique hotels to run their hotels, and we will then in the future, when we're ready, start a management company and franchise or manage other hotels under the Namah brand. The marketing strategy, you have all my marketing professionals and team here, you should ask them. But marketing depends. I mean, so there are different areas or different mediums that you target. It's not, today social media is very big, so you have to be present there. For a certain segment or a certain client profile, depends on your client profile, you need to be present in the print media. For your trade, you need to be present in exhibitions like these. So I think it has to be multi-directional, multifunctional. The print will always be there, and so also will the social media. That's gaining a lot in importance. So the social media is growing a lot. The print is there, exhibitions. So all that is the way we kind of market. We have a sales and marketing team in Delhi, and we've got agents across the country, so that's what we will continue. And of course, then you kind of tinker around and just kind of change depending on what's working well, what's not, and the market's evolving and moving so fast that you at times need to change your medium of the best way to reach out to your customers. The important point is, you need to know who your customer base is, and then advertise accordingly. I mean, just because social media is in, and if your customer base is not in that category or that age group, there's no point in overdoing that. Likewise, if your customer base from age profile or a profile suits the print media more, then that's the way to go. So I think it just depends on, it's different courses for different horses, so it just depends on what you want to, what's best for your product.
Demonetization had an effect on banqueting, especially for a resort kind of. We have bookings prior to demonetization. Few got cancelled, but overall, to be very honest, it didn't have that effect on hospitality. It happened in effect only on where there were cash dealings. We, as an hotel, we have all the norms and all. We follow all the rules and regulation. So I don't think so that had an effect on our hotels to to an
What's your
extent.
experience in Sate right now?
Satay this time it was too crowded. I don't know about what is the potential, but it was crowded as compared to last year. Last year it was pretty dull. This time you find people roaming here and there, but I don't think so. What potential will that? That depends only. That only gets a heads up when we get business from them.
So, as a brand, Nama, where do you see the brand going this year?
We, as a brand Nama, we are soon converting Manu Maharani as Nama Nainital. So we are again, as we were thinking of, we are converting into. So Nama will have two properties all together, and also under the DS group, we are opening up a hotel in Calcutta under the brand name Holiday Inn Express, which IHG would be managing, as Crown Plaza at Jaipur has been managed by them.
What is the marketing strategy for Nama this year?
Will be again, as you must have seen, we've been rated number one by TripAdvisor, number 10 on all family hotels by TripAdvisor in India, where we rank along with Aman Bagh and the Oberoi's, as well as high-end boutique properties. So probably we'll be again doing as showcasing them these properties in other fairs as well as in print media, and as we are also doing on the online.